So my name is Advait. I'm primarily a pianist and a composer, and I've been writing, recording, performing music for the last 20 years or so. My style draws mostly from world music and pop. Although I would consider myself a bit of a musical magpie. I love incorporating elements. I hear sounds, I hear sort of, riffs and instruments I like, and I sort of, snag them and use them. My songs have elements of jazz, folk, classical music. And in fact, my most recent album draws quite heavily on electronic music, which is a genre I've always loved and appreciated, but never been able to get my hooks into, and I've tried exploring that a little bit. My husband and I are avid theatre and concert goers, and I mean, we must attend like 20 or 30 shows each year, both nationally and abroad, and that's just stopped completely. So it's a huge loss in our lives, but we just really feel for the struggle of the performing arts sector. And for me personally, it's been an amazing creative outlet. I've been at home, surrounded by my instruments, and that's just been like a huge driving force and an inspiration to write and play music. The experience of the last year has made us, I guess, reconnect with ourselves and our own interests in a way that we were possibly taking for granted before. For me, my music has certainly been a big, I guess, beneficiary of that sort of forced side effect of the whole pandemic. If you've never learned an instrument before, you'll find a new way to express yourself. It's an interactive way to create moments of joy and pleasure in your life. And learning any new skill gives you a feeling of greater mastery over your environment. But I think the number one reason, in my opinion, why you should start learning an instrument, even if you don't get too far, even if you don't feel comfortable playing for others, is because it gives you a better experience as a listener of music. I mean, to put it simply, even a little bit of experience playing an instrument will make you understand and appreciate your favorite songs on a whole new level. Now, if you have been playing an instrument for a while and you feel comfortable with it, I would suggest learning a different instrument, ideally from a completely different family. So, I mean, if you play the piano, try the guitar or the flute or a percussion instrument. And the reason for this, I would say, is quite similar, because even if you don't get very far, you'll be astonished at the difference in perspective on music that playing a different instrument can give you. I'm excited. I think it looks amazing. I think it's going to be much more participatory and collaborative. I mean, in many ways, our current era is peculiar in the way that it divides musicians as a separate profession from non-musicians. Because for most of human history, until the availability of mass recorded media, the only way to listen to music, unless you were royalty, was to make it yourself. And so musicianship was much more distributed and informal. And I'd love to see our society reclaim some of that spirit in the modern context. And I'm seeing that happening, certainly with more ways of expressing yourself online and on different platforms. The second trend, I think some amazing potential is going to be unlocked by advances in technology. And I've witnessed firsthand how recent technology has produced some amazing tools to help with writing, lyrics, melodies, harmonies, and even shaping new sounds and digital instruments. I think computers will continue to help push the boundaries of music making and music listening in surprising and delightful directions. I'm looking forward to making a lot of great music. I'm looking forward to listening to a lot of great music. And I'm looking forward to being together with my family and friends again.